What's going on, YouTube? Today, I'm actually sending my truck out and dropping it off to get lifted, kind of. So I don't want to get too close here, but I have my Ready Lift 3.5-inch level lift kit. I seen and rode in a buddy's Ready Lift truck. Actually, my buddy's who I'm going to borrow in exchange for this, my buddy TJ, he has a Ready Lift truck, and a buddy of mine's F250, a 15,000 Ready Lift. Also, the reason I'm sending back is because I don't want my address shown. But long story short, I waited on this lift since I bought my truck in December, the first week of December, which is about 3.5 months of where we're at now. Waited. These Bilstein shocks have been on back order for months now, like 8 months. I found a guy, he said he had them in stock. I actually been giving him a really hard time because they're on back order. And every person I went through said they had them, they didn't, and just wasted my time. And I'm like, dude, tell me you have them. Well, originally he sent me this main box and the shipment said 1 of 1. Well, there's 4 things here, and usually when you send a shipment out, it's just 1 of 4. Well, he didn't, and the kit he had sent me was part of the original kit. So I'm like, hey, dude, you sent me the wrong kit. I'm like, I told you from the beginning, I was worried that you weren't going to have it. He's like, dude, trust me. He's going to come in, dude, trust me. Bugged him every day for like 5-6 days. Luckily, like he said, everything was going to be in by Thursday or by Wednesday. Today's Thursday. Ended up all coming in today. But, or everything actually, the shocks arrived today. Everything else arrived a couple days ago. But it's a 3.5-inch lift. You guys already have seen my truck. It's filthy right now. Actually, you can still see it's dirty here. I actually spent like 15 minutes with the self-wash and washed like mud from up here all the way down off the truck. And as much as I really could from like over here, because obviously I don't want him to, like, you see that used to be like all brown. I did it so he obviously doesn't have too hard of a time working there. I don't want him to get all dirty. Obviously he's gonna get dirty, but I felt a little bad. I don't want to give him a muddy truck. But I'm gonna show you guys a video that was in the previous video. I'm sure you've seen it, of my new wheels for my truck. I really like the TIS wheels. Went with them again on my truck, but I'll tell you right now, as I'm opening them, something a little bit different about this set that I got. So I'm gonna take this off, and like I said, this reason I'm opening them now is because Hadir is gonna ceramic coat them. But here the difference is on these wheels right here, the same exact wheels as my other truck, as my Ram, which I still have for sale. If you guys are interested, hit me up. But I'm not sure if you can tell, those boys kind of big. These are 24 by 12s versus being 22 by 12s. I wanted the height, I wanted the bigger wheel. I didn't want the width. I know people go with 22 by 14s, or 20 by 12s, or like 24 by 14s or 24 by 16s, but that doesn't work on my truck due to the square fenders. So went with these. That's why a lot of people have been asking, actually, my truck's outside, why do you still have the Denali and the GMC in chrome? Why do you have chrome door handles? Well, TIS are gloss black, as my truck is, with milled all around, and that will perfectly complement the chrome door handles, the chrome emblems. So you guys seen those are 24 by 12 TIS wheels. One with the same exact ones on my previous truck. I just like them. They work. People say that 24 by 12s with -44 offset and this small of a lift doesn't really work, but I'm gonna make it work. I'm not a big fan of trucks that are super lifted with small wheels. I'll put a couple pictures up on the screen right now of the ones I'm exampling and I don't like, and I'll put a picture up on the screen right now of a truck that I do like, but I don't want it to fit. I don't want it to be too lifted, and the small wheels kind of looks dumb to me. So that's why I'm only doing a 3.5-inch. It comes with the Bilstein shocks, which replace the stock, these like stock shocks here. These are some, I don't even know what brand. You can barely see them in there. I'll step back so you can at least see the color. Those weird shocks from the factory. People have, 100,000 on them, miles, 50,000 miles on them. They say they're fine, but they say Bilstein shocks and Fox shocks ride better than the stock. I'm gonna be super surprised if I put my 24s on here and the lift, and then all of a sudden it rides better than stock. I'll be happy if it rides a little bit worse than stock, but regardless, those are going on. I'm loving the truck. I have about 2,000 miles on it so far, like 2,200. I'm loving it so far. Haven't really drove it much, but I'm loving it. So I'm actually selling these black diamond wheels and tires, roughly, I think, between $2,200 and $2,500. Tires are fairly new on them too, so hit me up if you're interested in those. But I wanted to take this little video before I drop it off to my buddy's house. He's gonna deal with it. In the meantime, that's what we're doing here with the truck. Let's move on to the V. the full video is not really going to be about me lifting my truck. I'm going to show you guys the wheels and tires mounted because they're already done at the shop. And I'm just going to kind of give this little preview of what's going on, letting you guys know what's happening. This also is my 2016 CTSV. You guys seen my last video garage update. And if you haven't, check back my last video. So it just got ceramic coated and paint corrected by Hadir. You can see the paint's flawless. It has some micro scratches. I didn't really want to go too deep into the paint. Just wanted a brief paint correction, and it looks phenomenal. I mean, you can see my reflection clear as day through here. Car's fully clean, fully prepped, sealed and everything. So it's ready to go. By the time you guys see this video, it will be for sale. Contact me if you're interested. I'm asking $63,900 for it. But here's a little update. Dropping the truck off. The next thing you'll see is me basically picking up the wheels. But here's another thing. Actually, I don't want to show my address if I can't. So these are some new tires for my ZR1. You guys have seen I got my weld wheels here for the ZR1. That's going to be in a whole nother video. But weld wheels here, ready to go with the skinnies in the front. I just had these 315 35 17-inch tires, which are a smaller diameter sidewall, but just a tad bit wider. This car is obviously it's going to be making a little bit more horsepower than it did last year, making around 780 last year. Should be mid 800s this year. And I need the extra sidewall. So you guys seen there's a difference. I'll kind of show you guys here how it would have been before. I had about this much sidewall versus this much. And obviously real racers know you need more sidewall so the tires can wrinkle and they'll hook. Long story short, I'm out of breath. I got to drop my truck off. Drop my truck off at my buddy TJ's house. This is his actually pretty sweet Laramie. I think it's Laramie Stage 2. I'm not sure. But I believe he has the Ready Lifts kit on this truck. I'm not sure. I don't think it comes with shocks. I think it's just springs and control arms. And he put 33-inch Venom Power tires. They're supposed to be the competitive of the BF Goodrich KO2s. And they're actually phenomenal tires, except, and he'll agree with me, they're loud. They're not stupid loud like mud tires, but you can definitely hear them versus being the KO2s. They're a lot quieter. But ride quality is phenomenal. Like, versus my old Ram, and when it was leveled, this rides a lot better than when it was even leveled. So this is super clean. Funny enough, he put a snowplow on it and plows on the side. So, but it's pretty nice. Has the 22-inch wheels. It's a really nice truck. Right now it's filthy. This is exactly how my truck was. I'll try to explain to you guys. My truck was the exact same way when I just had it. I just cleaned it before I took it to him, but it has this really, really nice granite crystal paint. But this is his daily. What does that say up there? Oh, he has the e-torque in this. I'm not sure what that does. I've heard of it, but I'm not sure what that does. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go inside, show you guys a little bit more of the V. I showed you guys the V already and how clean it is. I'm gonna turn this light on so you guys can see a little bit more on how clean that paint is now. Really clean. Before, obviously, it had a little bit of swirling on it. Just wanted it obviously clean. I'm selling the car, so I want whoever has it to be in pristine condition because I like hearing about the car. Man, look at that reflection right there. Obviously, Hadir did this at Reflect Detailing. But anyways, I wanted whoever buys my cars to have a great experience. For instance, the Charger I just sold, the guy Donovan, he loves it. And pretty much that, everyone who has had or is going to buy any of my cars, they're going to love it. There's no dings, there's no deep scratches, there's nothing. This car is in great condition. Besides, there's one little thing that bothers me, and just some of the brake dust here. We didn't have a chance to take the wheels off. I feel like that's not that big of a deal. And then the calipers or the rotors being orange, it's just because we just washed it. As soon as you drive it, that goes away. That's normal on every single car, but that's my only flaw. It kind of bothers me. I wish I took the wheels off to do that, but honestly, I don't want to mess with that. Interior is clean too. Let's check this out. Nice and clean. So doesn't have that much creasing either. Usually the the bolstering here has creases, for 51,855 miles. It's not that bad. Car's really clean. It is one of the cheapest Vs on the market, and I believe it's the cheapest CTS-V on the market, being that it has the carbon fiber pack and the Recaros together. So this was like over $100,000 MSRP. I think it was like 110-ish, maybe a little bit less, but pretty much has every option. The Corsa exhaust, Cooks, or I think Cooks or American Racing headers. All the information is going to be on my Instagram page. And if you guys have any questions or anything, email me. It's sinistershop@yahoo.com. But I actually went and picked up a spare tire. I was explaining to you guys about these tires. Picked up this spare, a buddy of mine had it laying around. Those are from 2021, they're made. This is from 2018. This is just a spare, God forbid something were to happen to those. I have another one ready to go. Taking this to Texas with me. And then you guys already know, explained about my welds. So any questions about the CTSV, let me know. GT500 is still here, stored for winter. Nothing really done to it so far. I have some things from JLT here. This can go on in the spring, but completely stock still. Nothing done to it, keeping it pristine. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But besides that, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna skip to the morning. All right, next day here. I have my skinnies in my left hand, and I put the skinnies in my buddy's truck right here. And I'm gonna take them to a place called McCormick Racing. They, I guess, mount all beadlocks, and they're like the guys to go to. I was thinking to a local tire shop, but honestly, I don't want them to mess up my beadlocks because I know they have to put like, what is it called? They have to put these like studs, not studs, the beadlocks on, and they have to put the actual screws in there. And I don't want anybody to screw them up or anything, so I have them do it right. But right after that, I'm gonna stop by the tire shop and actually pick up my wheels for my truck. I'm sure you guys are kind of waiting for that. And I believe that's what I'm gonna put as a thumbnail for this video. But in the meantime, let's go drop these off at McCormick before they close today. Just by looking at these new tires, actually, I don't want to get too close because my address is on there, but you can see the color difference. Like that's like a black and that's like a brown. That's from 2018, that's from 2021. So that makes a difference for drag tires. Normal tires, if you're not like using for performance, not a big deal. But any kind of performance tire, you want them fairly new because they're gonna lose their softness over the years. I'm over here at McCormick Racing in Lincoln Park, Michigan. They're gonna go ahead and take my weld wheels here and tires and get them all mounted up. Drop them off in there. You can't really see, but there's boxes stacked. All right, guys, it got really late out, but I wanted to get over here and show you the wheels before I end off this video. So you guys already seen them on my old truck. But these are 24 by 12s with, I believe, where is it at? 325, 45, 24. 325, 45, 24, which means these are 35 and a half. I'm assuming it's just like a little bit more, but I wanted it a little bit more because I wasn't a big fan of 24s in general, or at least the smaller sidewall, but this honestly is not that bad at all. A lot of trucks nowadays come with sidewall that's not even much more than that. For instance, his, and these are 24s, so it has just enough lip on it. You can see there just where, you know, I somehow nib a curb or something, or I'm at a drive-through, it's not really going to scratch the wheel. Not to mention this side of the wheel is really tough. But I'm excited. This is TJ's truck. I'll leave his information down below. He's doing my truck right now. That's all I'm going to show you guys though. Wheels done, mounted, ready to go. TJ's going to take them with him. He's closed for the weekend. Today is actually Friday, so you guys are gonna see this video tonight when I post it. So I'm just gonna get it out there for now, and the truck should be done sometime next week, and I'll get that posted. But tomorrow I'm heading somewhere, and that's gonna be a new video. Little hint where I'm heading. I'm going on a plane. I'm going somewhere warm, and it's not California because I just left there. See you guys.